just an incredible second half performance. I really don't know what you said to them at half time, but it was just phenomenal.
No, I mean, yeah, you're right. First half, they've had one chance and they've scored it, and fair play to them. I thought they defended really well, but in the first half we never got as many crosses into the box. With the opportunities that we had we wanted one more extra touch all the time, and I just felt that our quality on the ball in the first half wasn't quite good enough. But I always felt that if we scored one, then we could really go on and win the game. And yeah, we just said what we felt needed to improve in the second half, and getting the goal, literally right after half time helped. And yeah, second half I thought it was really good.
Because it must play on the players' minds a little bit, because we all know the bad record you've got against Thurrock. You'd never actually beaten them at home since they've been sort of rebranded as Thurrock, and then you miss the penalty, they score. I guess that's where your job comes into its own, because you've got to try. You've got to convince them that we are better than them and we can do this.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the penalty was disappointing. Especially for Rudy, because very rarely does he miss penalties. And it probably took us 5-10 minutes to sort our heads out, so to speak. And in that time, say fair play to them, they went away. Broke away and scored, but I still felt in the first half, the ball was in their half more than it was ours, but it was just that little bit of quality. And at half time we regrouped, spoke about how we could go and win the game, and we did exactly that. I mean, I was so pleased for Reedy, because he's worked so hard. Missing the penalties was disappointing for him, but I thought his finish was quite something.
Because as you say, that the goal, to score that goal so early on, and it was just through Reed just a brilliant ball across the box, and the defender had no chance. But then, and you got those two goals. I mean Dadson's one was just out of this world. But on another day, we were all raving about Reedy's goal as well, which was just technique was just excellent.
I just thought second half our quality was better in everything that we did. The work rate was fantastic. Defensively again, we looked sound, and overall, first half we was a little bit under par, I thought, but overall it's another really good performance, and it's another 3 points to where we want to get to.
And certainly a Harlow team has never before won 12 games on the trot, and everyone says about the 78 team, which a lot of people say was the greatest team ever. So it's just, you must have a lot of pride, in the players that they've managed to go, because that is to go that amount of games is just incredible.
Yeah, I mean that's a testament to the players, as well as physically being able to do it, mentally to be able to do it is something quite special. But it's nice to rewrite history, so to speak, and we'll enjoy that, and that'll be spoken about. But again, we've now got to think about Thurrock away next Saturday and start planning and concentrating on that, because everyone's going to want to beat you. 12 games unbeaten, and it's one of them scalps, so to speak. So we need to make sure we prepare for that. But it is nice to do that. To have a side that's won the most games in consecutive games in the club's history is nice, and it's something to be proud of.
And certainly that team won the championship. It would be just the icing on the cake now, wouldn't it, just to go on and win that league, claw back. I know it's an arse, but you've got those games in hand. You've still got to play Sudbury.
Yeah, I think you look at the games in hand. They've got to be won. If we win on and won them 4 points, that brings you a lot closer. We have got to play at the end of the season, but let's just keep concentrating, as I say, on one game at a time. Let's get to the end of March, see where we're at then, and then we can start talking about winning league.
Will it be, if you only end up in the playoffs? So what will is that a disappointment? Will you see it now, or are you just? It's just you feel so confident and the players feel confident that even if they do finish second, they will go up this season.
Yeah, I think there's a real mental strength about this group of players, and with the additions. I mean, I know he was here last year, but with the likes of Pope, the additions of Sonko, Mario as well, experienced players that have been around, I think that's made a big difference to us, and I think it will make a difference. But playoffs are what they are. You saw that last year. Thurrock came here and beat us, and I think it was like a 20-point difference. It means nothing. It's a one-off game, and all you can do is prepare yourself the right way. The way that you do things, and then you see where the result takes you. But yeah, at the moment the playoffs is still the goal.